Alright, y'all. Well, welcome back to the channel. Chill Vibes Gaming back at it again. Hope you guys are having a good day and so far a great week. I'm not having too bad of a day myself. Today we have a pretty interesting thing on our hands today. So there's this show called Support Court with Judge Vonda something. I'm not sure what it's actually called. It's a show. So what it is? It's basically a judge who's basically brings in people, adults. It's a bunch of different cases. It could be for like child support money or like divorce money or anything like that. But it's a lot of shows, and I used to watch it a lot. And a lot of the cases were interesting, and I didn't watch it for a lot of the reasons somebody would watch it. I only watched it because I thought it was personally very funny. But as you can see from the title of this video today, we have what I think is probably the most irresponsible and probably the worst mom I've seen so far in my lifetime. I know there have been very much worse moms than what this lady's doing. She's not abusive or anything, but still, she's probably the most irresponsible and most immature mom I've seen. So yeah, let's get right into it.
Okay, Mr. Sanchez, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Okay, Your Honor. I'm want to sue her for child support because, my kids are always with me, and she's always at work. She's always working for the hospital. Yeah, we said back then that we could do this together as one. I went so much as far as swapping complete schedules. I started doing overnight shift now, just so I can be there for my kids and everything. And she was supposed to be working for mornings, which she was, but
All right, so this is what I think. This is what I think a dad is supposed to represent. He's willing to do anything for his kids. He's willing. This dude just went up to night shift so that he could be with his kids. And most people who do night shift, they have to sleep a long while for them to do night shift. I know from my mom, she used to do night shift, and she basically slept the entire day so she could just get prepared. And he's saying he did night shift so he could stay with his kids. So if he's staying with his kids all day, he probably did not have a lot of time to sleep. So he's sacrificing a lot. So this is what I think a stand-up father is supposed to be like.
she volunteered for more hours, and even when she's not at work, she's just never home. I don't know where she is. She doesn't call us. She doesn't call our kids. My kids are always wondering where she's at, and I myself, sure, she can do what she wants as long as she lets me know where she is for her own safety. But my kids always wonder where she's at. They always at for days at.
And another thing I really dislike about this case is that the amount of like stress that must put on him and his children. It's not as much as his children. His children are probably just confused. They're probably not stressed, but they're probably just confused. But the amount of stress for this guy, he has to cook, he has to take care of them, he has to get ready for work, he has to find somebody to take care of them while he's at work. If he has an early time, he goes to work, and so on, and so on and so forth. There's so much things that have to be done. And yeah, so I think that this is very like not a good showing of what a parent should be like.
At a time, she's never home, and we broke it off several weeks ago, and only with my income alone, I can't really just do it with just me and my kids, uh, especially that one has autism. I've always got to take her to the doctor and whatnot, and for these past 3 weeks, I have not seen or heard from her, even as so much as trying to help out with the kids or anything like that. So I can't get. I'm surprised she's even here at court today.
Okay, when you say kids, how many?
All right, so we all know that she wouldn't be here if she didn't have to. Like I mean, I don't. Since he said that, I'm not surprised that she is here today. I'm surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if she was only here just to make sure she has a good reputation. She doesn't want people thinking she's bad, and probably just to get her money. And so, like, I mean, she probably wouldn't get any money after this case. It's because he's the one, he's the one who's asking her to give him the child support money. So yeah.
Any
I have 2.
two? All right.
You mean we, not you?
No, I have 2.
Ma'am, I'm addressing him. So he answered.
Oh, when I don't know what's so funny to me. She said, "You mean we?" Like, this is so unprofessional. This is so unprofessional. I think that's why it's funny to me because it's just so unprofessional. So yeah.
Answered appropriately, and you'll have your opportunity to speak, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. So you said you changed your job to now you work overnight?
Yes.
What is it that you do?
I drive an 18-wheeler. I drive locally. I deliver hospital supplies.
Okay.
Hooey, okay, he's really working. He drives 18-wheelers. He's, I know someone whose dad, he does that, and from the way he described it, it's a very stressful job. It's you're basically just driving a car, but there's a lot of factors that work into that, because, like, on an off-topic note, there's a lot of factors that go into that type of job. You gotta be there on time, you gotta know what supplies you're picking up, you gotta know when to be there. And yeah, there's gotta be cutoff time, but there's a lot of factors that go into that. So he's really working, man. You know that for sure.
Okay. So I'm assuming that's how you all met.
Beforehand, but we had the same interest in the medical field.
Okay. All right. And how long has it been since you all stopped living together?
It's been, I want to say, a month and a week already.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
She just, for as long as I can remember, about 2 years now, she's just never been wanting to come home really. And honestly, I've caught her having some painkillers that I would only assume she's taken from the hospital she works at.
Okay, so I don't remember this part, but it says she's doing drugs now. Like, she's doing drugs. So painkillers, they're prescribed to people. They're prescribed to people, but if you're just taking them right then, just don't have any cause for them, they're not prescribed to you, then that's not good. You're still taking drugs, like, and for a mother to be doing that, and because she has a responsibility with her kid, that's her natural born responsibility. So that's not good. That's not good, to say the least.
She's either on painkillers, or sometimes I'll find needles around and what.
Heroin needles, dang. Needles, dang. She doing that. She doing that heroin, man. Ooh, that's bad, to say the least.
But not. So I know she works at a hospital, so she's got to get the drugs from there.
Okay.
She could be taking morphine too. I'm just saying.
Is there anything else you want me to know?
I just hate that it's really around the kids. The kids find it before I do most of the time.
Oh my.
Yes.
Ma'am?
I mean, I'm not sure where he's getting this intel from, but that's
Obviously
not
the
true.
kids.
I mean,
are you saying?
Okay, that's a lot worse. The kids are finding them. They're probably like, what's this? And when they see their mom stoned out, spaced out, they're just like, oh, what's going on? And then they're finding, on top of that, the drugs and the needles and all that. That's bad. That's bad, to say the least. That's terrible. That's definitely not legal.
Saying your kids are liars?
I mean, they could be. I mean, I'm not sure.
You're not sure because you're not around that much?
I am around. I just have to work all the time. I mean, it's not my fault that, saving lives isn't important to him.
No, I believe it is important to him. I don't think that's what he's saying. He's saying that you're not contributing.
Alright, just from her speaking, you can tell she's nervous AF. Like, she is like, she like, in the reasoning and the logic she's already having, we're like 10 seconds into her speaking. And the logic she's having, she's being like, well, I have to work, and like, I understand that you have to work, but, and then she can't even explain what they're saying. And like, her whole attitude and her whole like composure and her whole attitude is everything, it says all that needs to be said.
Eating anything.
I mean, I am though. Like I feed them or sometimes, and
I feed them sometimes, or that's your actual responsibility. Have you ever heard of being malnourished? You could be starving them. Like you feed them sometimes. Okay, that's your natural responsibility. You can't be saying, "Oh, I feed them sometimes." What do you get them? You get like a 4-piece chicken nugget. What do you do?
Feed them. You'd agree with me that that's your responsibility, right?
She brings them fast food and leaves again.
okay, but it's food though.
What did I say? What did I say? What did I say?
But you don't sit there and spend quality time with your kids. You say,
But-
here's food, and leave.
I mean, the tablet works just fine. They can just eat and watch the tablet. Like, why is that a problem?
Because
So you won't.
All right, so that's even worse. She is trying to raise them from a piece of glass in computer chips. Like, I mean, I know I can't be talking because I'm on my computer quite a bit, but like still, that it makes no sense. Like, I mean, I give them 4 pieces of chicken and then I give them an iPad so I can raise them from the tablet. I mean, and her logic, it just makes me mad. Like, it just makes me mad.
To raise a child off of a tablet, you think that's
I mean,
okay?
they have educational stuff. I don't see what's wrong with it. Like, I need to go to sleep at some point in time.
Interesting.
me personally, myself, I sit there with my kids and I open a book with them and I help them with their homework. I feed them. I'm not much of a good cook, but I do what I can.
All right, so the rest is just a bunch of like it's not. I'm not saying it's not important, but the rest is just a bunch of hula and stuff like that. So let's just skip to the good stuff.
That you're doing that.
Yes. And I feel
It's his job to take care of them, and I shouldn't have to spend
You know what?
money.
Don't say that again about what his responsibility. See why you would have a problem with it. You're a nurse. You have access to private health insurance, right?
Yes.
So why did you just get an individual plan when you have a family? That was a question.
Because it's his job to take care of them, and I shouldn't have to spend
You know what?
money.
Don't say that again about what his.
It's his job to take care of them. Oh, I'm a mother. I give birth to them. I gave birth to them, even though it's my natural responsibility. Oh no, it all falls upon him. This is literally making me mad. Like, this is actually making me mad.
Responsibilities are and what his job is because you're a mom. Period.
I mean, but I
and
didn't sign up for it. Like,
countless times I've told her, yes, it is my job to take care of our children.
And you're
as a
doing
dad. And I'm doing well beyond.
She's not disputing that you're doing that.
Yes. And I feel
But
like
you're
I'm
not doing your part.
I feel like I'm always not doing enough for my kids.
I mean, but
and
you
only
also
because I don't
forced
have
me
my
to have
other
the
half.
kids. Like, I don't know why you're doing that.
He forced you to have the kids. Did he rape you? Did he not ask for your consent? He just went up and then gave you the kids. Like, you must have like agreed to do this. Like,
Because
You don't want to have your kids?
I mean, like, when I was pregnant, I told him I didn't want him because I wanted to go party. And, like, he was
okay, that's literally all that needs to be said. That's literally all that needs to be said. Like, that fact that she has the audacity to say that it's all supposed to fall upon him, and the fact that she's saying, "Oh, I wanted to go party." So it's just a bunch of rubbish. After this, I'm just gonna skip to the sentencing. Not sentencing, but
Including the back pay is $1,500.
lay it on him, man. Lay it on him.
You have any questions about anything I just said?
I mean, I just feel like it should be less. What am I going to be left with to party with? Like, what am I going to do?
I don't know, maybe pick up some extra shifts or work a part-time job.
Or take care
I
of your
really
kids.
don't. You know, if she doesn't want to take care of her kids, I really don't care at this point. I just want to make sure he gets some financial assistance.
I mean, but he makes enough money.
And I mean, you make enough money too. So again, do you have any questions about anything I just said?
No.
Okay. You have any questions, sir?
no.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
All right, guys. That's basically all I wanted to share with you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you guys have some funny videos and some idiotic videos that I could react to, send them in the Discord server I created in the bottom of in the description below. And I hope you guys have a great day. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. And remember, the Discord is in the description below, so remember to send your videos through there. Hope you guys have a great day.